your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another episode of Hood Tales. In this video, let's take it to Washington, D.C., where a married man who tried to avoid his responsibilities of becoming a father after having an affair took a fatal turn. But before we get into this video, I'd like to say thank you to all of our supporters. We appreciate you and hope you stick around. If you'd like to support the channel monetarily, you can find the information on the screen. And to support us for absolutely no cost, please hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and join the Tony 2 Times family. Tap that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Also, if you'd like to see more episodes of Hood Tales, please click the link to the playlist in the description box after this video to get caught up. And be sure to share this video with everyone you know. Stay tuned until the end to hear all the details. Alright, let's get into it. Ebony Wright grew up in Prince George's County, Maryland, where she graduated from Suitland High School in 2007. After graduating, Ebony attended North Carolina A&T University in 2008 and graduated with her Bachelor's of Arts degree in Sociology in 2012. Ebony worked hard in everything she did. 4 years after getting her bachelor's degree, Ebony went on to earn her MBA in Organizational Leadership. It's clear that Ebony was focused on utilizing her knowledge and skills to not only advance her career, but also help others. Ebony was adored and admired by many who got the opportunity to know her. Ebony ended up talking to an old friend from high school, a man named Keenan Turner. The two began a romantic relationship. However, Keenan was married with a daughter. He had a great job that required government security clearance. Whether Ebony knew Keenan was married or not isn't clear. Keenan's wife was not aware of the affair he was having with Ebony. Keenan's and Ebony's relationship resulted in her becoming pregnant with Keenan's child. When Ebony told Keenan she was pregnant, Keenan was not on board and wanted Ebony to end it and not have the baby. Ebony refused, and Keenan stopped talking to her and ended all communication. 32-year-old Ebony didn't let Keenan's unwillingness to be a present father deter her from becoming a mother. Ebony went on with her pregnancy and gave birth to a baby boy named Grayson. On January 31st, 2021, Ebony texted 35-year-old Keenan and said this: "It's almost been a month since your son has been born. Are you still going to try to pretend that he doesn't exist?" Keenan never responded. Ebony did what she felt was necessary and filed for child support and custody. After Keenan received the child support paperwork, he reached out to Ebony and made arrangements to meet his son for the first time. This was out of the ordinary since the tension between Ebony and Keenan had only gotten more intense, and they weren't necessarily seeing eye to eye at this point. However, Keenan's attempt to meet his son was understandable, and maybe there was a possibility that he was ready to step up and be a father. On April 12, 2021, Keenan, who lived in Prince George's County, met Ebony at her apartment on Good Hope Court in Southeast D.C. Ebony's mother, 48-year-old Wanda Wright, was at the apartment along with Ebony's younger sister, Destiny. This was the first time Ebony's family met Keenan. During the almost 1-hour visit, Ebony's sister, Destiny, recalled Keenan holding his son and even feeding him a bottle. Everything seemed to be going okay so far. Destiny decided to go into the back room and was relaxing in the rocking chair. Keenan excused himself to go to the bathroom. Destiny recalled seeing Keenan put gloves on and assumed that maybe he wanted to be the one to give his infant son a bath. She went back into the back room to get some baby clothes as her mother and sister were still in the front room. Ebony was holding baby Grayson. Suddenly, as she was walking towards the front room, she heard shots. She ran back into the room and hid in the closet. Keenan had fired a weapon at Ebony's head as she held her son. He then turned the weapon on Wanda, striking her in the back of the head. Keenan then went into the back room to find Destiny, where he fired at her, striking her in the face. Afterwards, Keenan took the child support and custody papers, lit them on fire, and attempted to burn the apartment down with the 3 women he badly injured and his infant son, who was still alive, inside. As he fled the scene, Keenan tried to remove a Ring camera, but was unsuccessful. Destiny, who was still in the back room, heard the cries of her 4-month-old nephew. She mustered up enough strength to get to him as he laid between his mother's legs. Destiny was able to rescue her nephew and get them out of the burning apartment. She was able to call 911. First responders and Metropolitan Police arrived at the scene at 7:33 p.m., where they found a badly injured Destiny with her nephew outside of the apartment. Before Destiny left in the ambulance, she was able to scribble Keenan's name on a piece of paper to let police know who did it, since her injuries left her unable to talk. Baby Grayson was also taken to the hospital to be treated. The blaze in the apartment was contained to the unit because of the sprinklers inside. Ebony and her mother Wanda were found inside of the apartment, suffering badly. One of the women was taken to the hospital, where they did not make it. The other one was pronounced gone at the scene. Destiny luckily survived her injuries. Baby Grayson also survived the terrifying ordeal. It would take investigators a few days to locate Keenan Turner. He was arrested at his father's house in Stafford, Virginia, on April 16, 2021. At Keenan's father's home, over 300 firearms were found. At least 6 were confiscated as evidence. The others weren't taken because Keenan's father was a registered owner. Keenan was faced with multiple charges, including 2 hit charges, attempted hit charges, firearm charges, and arson. Keenan went to trial in July 2024. Evidence presented in court included surveillance footage, the Ring camera footage that showed where Keenan tried to remove it, and it revealed a unique tattoo that was his daughter's name and birthday. Other evidence also included ballistic evidence and Destiny's testimony, among other witnesses. Keenan maintained his innocence, and his defense argued that it was a stranger who entered Ebony's apartment and committed the fatal crime. The prosecution laid out Keenan's motive in the slayings as a way to eliminate his responsibility of being a father to the child he and Ebony shared, especially since he was having an affair. After the jury deliberated, Keenan Turner was found guilty of slaying Ebony and her mother Wanda, among the other charges against him. Prosecutors recommended that Keenan receive the maximum sentence of life without the possibility of parole. Keenan showed little to no remorse. He was sentenced on October 18, 2024, to 69.5 years in prison. He apologized to the family in court. Ebony's sister Destiny is now 22 years old and a student at North Carolina A&T University, where she is studying family services and maintains a 3.5 GPA. It was important for Destiny to return to college to finish her studies to make her mother Wanda and sister Ebony proud. Baby Grayson is now 3 years old and is nonverbal and autistic, but doing well. Family and friends have stepped up and have been taking care of Grayson and Destiny as she pursues her education. After graduating and getting into her career field, Destiny hopes to be the one to continue to raise and care for her nephew. A GoFundMe that has raised almost $40,000 was created to help take care of Grayson and help Destiny continue her education. If you feel inclined to donate to help with expenses for this family in need, the link to their GoFundMe will be in the description box below. I send Destiny, Grayson, and family my well wishes. May Ebony and Wanda continue to rest in peace. My deepest condolences to the family. This was a horrifically devastating tragedy. Thankfully, they received some justice, and now their family can begin to pick up the pieces to their lives and live in honor of Ebony and Wanda. Fam, what are your thoughts on this tragic story? Let's keep the discussion going and let me know in the comments below. Alright fam, that's it for this episode of Hood Tales. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times. Until next time.